right, so imagine you're a big-time college athlete player, and you're on a very good team, and you're one of the reasons you're good on that team. Put in the work, the time, the effort, but you see zero forms of payment, so you get no money at all. There's always been a long debate on whether college athletes should be paid or not. In my opinion, I believe they should be paid because with their time they spend during practice and in school, they have no time to work to make extra money. Well, in July of 2021, the Supreme Court made it to where college athletes are now able to get paid off of their name, image, and likeness, otherwise known as the NIL. With NIL becoming as big as it has since 2021, it's definitely changed the way college sports is ran. With athletes finally getting paid what they deserve, more athletes are staying in school, and it's starting to even out the competition playing field. First reason is that they're getting paid for what they deserve. However, they're not getting paid by the school, they're getting paid by sponsorships, endorsements, and doing commercials and, a crap ton of other things. For example, according to the October 4th, 2022 Action Network website, Cameron Berger states the top 3 NIL deals in college sports right now. Number 3 is Caleb Williams, quarterback at University of Southern California. He racks in $1.7 million annually. Number 2 is CJ Stroud, quarterback at Ohio State. He brings in $2.5 million per year. And the highest earner is Bryce Young, a quarterback at Alabama University, most well-known college athlete right now, brings in on average $3.2 million per year from NIL. And it's not just the men's, it's also the women's that are bringing in a lot of money. Because according to the June 29, 2022 ESPN article, Jay Billis stated how Olivia Doon who is a LSU gymnast, made over $1 million for representing a clothing company. Wasn't specific on which one it was. This is good because now these college athletes are starting to get paid while in college, and while they're getting paid in college, it means they're getting paid while also pursuing their degree. And so this is making more athletes starting to stay in school longer, to where they would have to make a gamble to make money going pro earlier now and leaving school without a degree. So now with this NIL out, they don't have to make that gamble anymore. For example, according to the July 2nd, 2022 On3's article, Sam Gillenwater stated how some notable players decided to stay in college for another year instead of turning pro and making that gamble or sacrifice. Some notable names are Drew Timme from Gonzaga University and Trace Jackson Davis from IU, who both probably would have been a first-round pick in the last year's NBA draft, but decided to stay back another year in college. Another example is LSU's Keyshawn Boutte. He's a wide receiver at LSU, projected first-rounder, and he's staying for his senior year. This is starting to get important because now athletes don't have to gamble on leaving school early and going pro, and then if they don't make it, they don't have a degree to fall back on, which now if they go pro and don't make it, they now have this degree to fall back on. And also they can get paid money while getting a degree, and since that's making them stay at school, it's making more athletes spread across the country. With athletes going to different schools and it evening out the competition. Before the NIL, all the good athletes, like 4-star, 5-stars, could only choose between a few schools that really ran, the sport. For example, in college football, it was always Oklahoma, Alabama, Ohio State, and Clemson. The last 2 playoffs and those were always the playoff teams, because it only consisted of 4 teams. But now, these last 2 playoffs have been different teams almost every year. This year, Alabama, Oklahoma, and Clemson aren't even in the playoffs. I bring this up because ever since NIL became a thing, It has made college sports so much more entertaining to watch. So today I've talked about how name, image, likeness has changed college sports from now to even 3 years ago. Is just a complete difference. With college athletes getting paid what they deserve, more athletes staying in school, that it evens out the competition playing field. All right, let me see that. Yeah, no,
Your little ugly ass.